welcome back, and this is part 2. Denley, go ahead with your introduction.
Hello guys, welcome back to part number
2
of the 2018 Group Stage World Cup. It's only a month away, so this is why we're doing this. Today I am joined by one of my two best friends, Denley and John.
Hello, guys.
What's up, everybody? You might remember us from the last stream, right?
Yep.
And we're now back. 5,
and we are ready.
4, 3, 2, 1. YouTube is receiving our content, and we are live, my dudes.
We are live. I said we are live.
Oh
We
yeah.
are live from Yorkshire.
Yes,
Live
boy.
Is this? Where is this? Is it first or back?
Should we even give that information to other people?
We shouldn't actually.
Yeah.
We are live from Yorkshire and we are ready to stream. Alright,
Yeah,
guys,
buddies.
let's get speaking down to business now. We've had the messing about.
We'll go Australia first.
Alright, guys, let's do Australia first.
Over to me then.
Over to Denley, and he will talk for a few minutes. And then he will hand over to me when he's ready.
Hang on, then Aaron does Denmark, then John does France, and then I do Peru.
No, Denley, I'll pass it over to you. And then you pass it back over to me, and I'll pass it to John. Go on, then.
Alright, so
Over to you, Denley. Denley. Alright, sorry guys, he seems to have gone off. I'll try calling back in a sec. We're gonna talk about now. We are gonna talk about a bit about Australia, I think. While I call Denley back. While I call him back.
what the hell happened there?
I don't know, but over to you, Denley. You are now gonna speak to us a bit about Australia, then pass over to me.
Technical difficulties there. Anyway, carry on. Like I said, Australia. Loads of losers, obviously kind of wins, but not much wins as I expect.
Shouldn't we get
from
away for
Australia.
us to like?
Go on, Denley.
John, be quiet. To be honest, do I see Australia coming through? I don't think so. I can't be bothered going up to the top. Anyway, that's Australia. I don't think they're going to get through. I think they're going to go out in the group stage. Aaron, talk us through Denmark.
Thank you. I'm just going to add a little bit to Australia, actually. They do have some good wins, but when they suffer loss, they do suffer.
They suffer badly.
And that's where the problem with Australia comes in, because they do well, they get back the goals, but they never get back enough goals because they have conceded too many from slacking off at the start of the games.
They're just flat teams.
But when they're on the ball, they are on it. They are in it to win it.
Yeah.
All right. Over to you, John. Let's have a little bit of a chat about Denmark, John.
Denmark.
Yeah, it's coming on here now. Here we go. Just have a talk about a couple of the scores.
All right, let me get my face in here. Oh, it's a weird angle.
Sorry.
Weird angle. So, anyways, Denmark has done. It's weird. It's very
Leave
weird.
it there.
Like.
I mean, if you scroll up, then you'll be able to see the good scores.
So the thing is,
Here
with
it goes.
Denmark, they do pretty well, and it's like mostly the
Wait.
same with Australia. They do suffer some losses, but one of them it was a tie, and another one, and some of them must have been ties. But Denmark has done pretty good at getting a few points off there. It's pretty dang well.
Right, we're gonna.
What happened?
All right, just pass. All right. I'm gonna finish off with Denmark.
That's what I was doing.
We're gonna finish off Denmark. We're not gonna go into too much detail. Thank you, John, for that. We are gonna now. We're gonna now move on, I think. Wait for Dennis to come back on. So, like I say, thank you for putting up with us so far. Please stick around. We're going to talk about France, I think, for a bit now. France. Okay. Denley's not gonna speak, I don't think, for this one, so I'm gonna take over for him. So we'll start with France are a good team out the John at the moment.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well.
Looking
as
at a
long as
few
I
of
can-
these scores, they do well. I mean, France v Iceland. The losses aren't bad because there isn't very many losses here. The wins they have got, like France v Iceland, they seem to be doing well. Iceland knocked England out, if you can't remember, which wound me up. So, Denley, you're back. You're back.
Is the FIFA World Cup going to be happening this year?
We are talking about the 2018 FIFA World Cup.
Wait, it's going to be happening this year?
Yes, it is in Russia this year.
Huh. So are these all the teams that are competing?
Yes. Right, we've had a little bit of a talk about France, so we're going to move on from France, Denley. We're going to move on to Peru. Denley, because you weren't absent for France, you can talk us through Peru.
Okay, sorry about the technical difficulty. Anyway, I'm back. So, Peru. Obviously, loads and loads of wins I've seen. A couple of draws here and there. But, obviously loads of draws.
There we go.
Bit of losers. But Peru are actually kind of a strong team. I mean, drew against Argentina, won against Ecuador. Obviously lost on penalties in the Copa America quarterfinals, but oh well. But I reckon that Peru could get through to the quarterfinals. Anything to say?
No, I think you quite covered it there. Good speech, Denley, by the way.
Wish I could do as good a speech as you guys.
Yeah. You're doing well though, John, because you're not used to this sort of stuff, are you?
No.
So you see, guys, cut him a bit of slack. John's new to this.
Yeah.
And honestly,
actually, yeah.
I think you'd support me in this. He's doing really well to say this is his first ever stream.
So give him support.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that was Group C, everybody. We're going to have a...
Dawn.
You want to know something strange?
What's that?
Like, in my actual YouTube channels, I never say my name, but in this, when we're saying my name, it's actually kind
Do you
of...
mind that we're saying name?
No. As long as it's...
I've had a few people who have asked me not to mention names. Because of that, I'm not going to mention names in this. But one of my PUBG streams is going to have to go very shortly. So if you haven't seen it yet, you really
See it.
need to tune into that because
Yes, he does.
that stream is about to go. So I hope you tune into that.
Wait, when we're streaming, do you think I can like, if I commented on like one of your streams, will you be able to see it?
Yes.
If you commented on one of my streams, what do you want me?
I've already.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to Group D now.
You haven't answered my question.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. All right. In fact, before we go on to Group D, we're gonna have a quick break.
Every single time we go into a new group, we go to a break.
No, Denley. The thing is, we need to have a quick chat. John's gonna put some music on for you.
Yeah, put some Undertale stuff.
Hang on. I just need to speak to my fans here.
Yeah, go on, Denley. I'll give you a couple of minutes window.
I'll put some Undertale themes on.
Just don't.
Hang on. I'm just going to speak to my fans here. We're going to have a quick break, about 5 or 10 minute break or something.
Not
But
5
after
minutes.
that, we'll
Just
be
1 or 2 minutes. Just 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay.
1 or 2 minutes.
Should
we'll
I?
get with the group, okay?
What
I'm
volume
going to
should I
pause
put
my
in?
YouTube channel. I'm going to pause
Full.
my video
But
now,
don't play
and then
it.
I'll be back. See you later. For now.
Okay. We'll be
Okay.
back in a minute. Let's go.
Okay,
Intro music.
let me try and get some intro music.
Thank you. I'll leave it now. Turn it off now. Turn it off. Right, right, welcome back. We're back. Now we're going to talk a bit about Group D. Argentina, Croatia, Iceland and Nigeria.
I hope you enjoyed Megalovania. It's a very good soundtrack.
But before we move on to that, we forgot to do something, didn't we, Denley?
Yeah.
Who in Group C do you think's going to get through?
Yes, we forgot about that.
I believe France might get through.
France and Peru.
France and Peru. That's Denley's view.
Is your camera weird? Because when I
Yeah, my camera seems to be going a bit weird. There we go. I think it's working now. Nope.
Hold on.
There.
I think. No, wait.
Just
I think,
ignore my camera. Just leave.
Hold on.
No, just leave my camera. Just
No,
leave
I've
my
got
camera.
I've got something.
Just put
Use
something
this.
over the top of the camera.
Like, use this.
No, just put something on top of the camera. Ah, there we go.
Can you hear this? Ready?
What?
So how do you guys think of this improvement?
That's better.
Oh, God. What the hell happened?
Music, come on.
All right. You know what? We're gonna
Hold on.
leave it. No, because I'll be tapping my thing a lot. Anyway, let's move on now. We're gonna move on. We're moving on to Argentina now. We will.
Yes, that Michael Jackson music, I love it.
Okay, let's move. Spin. John, can you not lean on the bed because it's gonna fall?
Okay.
Thank you. Argentina. No,
I'll be right back. I just need to do something.
yeah, that's fine. Argentina, not the best, not the worst. I think we've seen all sides of Argentina.
Aaron, I don't think we need to see Argentina because every single one have been like wins.
Yeah, Argentina, we've seen all sides of them, to be honest.
I don't think we need to see them.
No, let's move on to. Oh, damn it. Let's move on to Croatia, shall we?
Aaron, should I get some epic music in the background just to get every single thing going? Ready, go. I like that.
Yeah, you know what, Denley?
What?
Think that's not gonna work. Thank you.
I love it. Do not disrespect.
Leave the Michael Jackson music till the break. Then I will put it on.
Will you remember times? I like that song.
Anyway, moving on to Croatia.
Croatia.
We're gonna talk a lot about Croatia, I think. Damn it.
Croatia face Brazil next month.
Pardon?
Croatia face Brazil next month.
Oh yeah. That is that their next game?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the 3rd of next month, so it's at the start of next month as well.
A couple of days before the World Cup.
Right. Yeah, World Cup group stages. They'll be facing Nigeria, Argentina, and Iceland. I like saying it like that, even though I know it's Iceland.
It's Nigeria, you.
No, Iceland, Iceland.
What, is that how you like to say it?
It's like how I like saying it. Anyway, Croatia. We don't have much to talk about really about Croatia.
No, not really.
They really win on most things. It's most games they actually win. It's not.
How does it feel if you get through?
It's because they don't suffer losses. Anyway, we're gonna move on now. It's enough about Croatia.
Aaron,
Yeah.
I've just realised this. My recording's still on pause.
Oh well, that fucked that one up.
I'm sorry, hang on, I'm back on now. I'm sorry, I kind of paused the video and you have missed. We haven't missed much. You've only missed Argentina.
No, they've missed Argentina, Croatia, and Iceland. Oh no, we haven't done
Sorry
Iceland
about
yet. Right, let's do Iceland. Sorry, I missed Iceland. Probably because I'm already embarrassed.
I'm just going to run these people through Argentina very quickly.
All
I'm
right.
just going to scroll up. Da, 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 da,
Alright, you do a follow-up on Argentina. I'll talk a bit about Iceland. This is the game I'm embarrassed about. This game here is the one I'm embarrassed about. England versus Iceland. Wayne Rooney, 4th minute, bangs a penalty in. 2 minutes later, they draw with us. Okay, that's fine. 18th minute, so we were just over 10 minutes with a draw. They bang another goal in.
6th minute and the 18th minute. Joke.
Yeah, you're telling me it was a joke, was that game? I'm sorry, but I never want to see anything as embarrassing as that ever again. Because you'll see, England have had a good track record so far. So, when we come to a loss, that's the problem. Go on, Denley.
When Roy Hodgson left after that game, he deserved it. When Roy Hodgson left, I was so happy because he was the worst manager.
Okay. Moving on from Iceland.
Yes. Let's do it. Nigeria.
Did they hear?
They will be facing England.
Right, moving on to Nigeria. Sorry, I went a bit too far back there, so I'm still loading up.
England will be facing Nigeria on the 2nd of June.
It was actually due to be we were actually due to play at Elland Road for that, but yeah, don't mention, please, Denley.
But now we're at Wembley Stadium.
But now they've moved it back to Wembley Stadium.
Don't know why.
For England versus Nigeria.
Aaron, tell your feelings how disappointed you was.
Telling me. Let's save that.
So disappointed.
Let's save that story for when we come on to the championship. We'll save that story for when we get there. We're gonna talk a little bit about Nigeria. We don't want to drone on too much. So Nigeria, they've got a few losses, but they've got plenty of wins as well, haven't they, Denley?
Aaron, I don't get this.
What do you not get?
On the 22nd of May this year, they're facing Atletico Madrid. What?
Atletico Madrid? Why the hell would they be facing them?
Why the hell are they facing them for?
Why are they facing Atletico Madrid?
Nigeria fans are excited with the Super Eagles match against us. Okay.
Atletico Madrid's friendly against the Super Eagles.
Strange that.
That's strange.
Watching that.
Let's see the lineup, shall we? It's a hybrid. Yeah, I know.
Until the 22nd.
But it's a hybrid friendly, so it's different as it is. Anyway, this is the game I'm excited about. England versus Nigeria. It's now at Wembley Stadium. So I'm sorry if you booked tickets for Elland Road and they moved it to Elland State. Oh, I said save it. Anyway.
Oh, okay then.
Okay. That was group.
You missed out Group A.
That was Group D.
So you missed out Group A.
Hang on, Denley. Hang on. Who do you think's gonna get through? Not yet. I'll tell you when.
Oh yeah, I go first.
Who do you think's gonna go through?
Argentina and Croatia.
You think Argentina and Croatia? Now I'm undecided on this group. So John, who do you think's gonna go through? 2 teams.
I think that I don't know, to be honest. I think that Egypt has a good chance.
No, I mean out of Group D. Just Group D.
Argentina, Croatia, Iceland, Nigeria.
Them 4. Now Nigeria.
I would say Nigeria and Iceland.
No, Argentina.
I
mean Argentina.
Yeah.
Right, so that's Nigeria and Argentina.
Okay.
We are going to take another quick recess and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we got some nice Undertale music right here, so listen to this, guys, and we'll be right back.
Alright, let's go. We'll be back soon. Okay guys, we're back. We didn't want to be too long. We did not want to be too long. So, okay, welcome back. We are
Sorry if you
back.
were enjoying that music.
Welcome back, guys, to what part is this right now?
This is part 2.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome back to
Part 2, stage 3.
of the 2018 World Cup group stages.
They can only see my face. They can't really see yours.
We're really excited.
Right,
because
we're
they've
moving
moved
on.
away.
Right, now we're moving on to Group
Let's
E.
Hey.
But Group F, G, and H will be on the next stream. So stick around,
Yeah.
or you'll lose out.
We're gonna
Okay.
record for like
Where are we
3
gonna
minutes
end?
right now.
No, not
I've
yet.
been recording for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Right, we're gonna move on to Group E. We're gonna start with Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah. Denley, I'm gonna hand over to you for a little bit, but don't take too long and don't use all the good information because John's gonna talk to the people as well.
Wait a minute.
Over to you, Denley.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Well, after we've just seen after Group D, look at good group stage there. But anyway, on to Group E, Brazil. Well, I cannot say anything. Brazil, looking on my things here, they have not lost a single game here. We're against Peru, but oh well. But apart from that, every single one has not been a lose, really. Okay, that's the end of me.
And Chile. Chile.
John, yeah, John. I think it's John's turn now. So John,
Over to you, John.
About
Over
Brazil.
to you.
Yeah, just talk a bit about Brazil. Just
Okay, guys.
just say some highlights, like for example.
So let's see
Brazil
here.
versus Haiti, that one.
So we've got a bunch of good stuff from Brazil. Like we've got Peru. They got 3 points and Peru got 0. They get tied with Argentina with 1 point each. They were going against Hungary, I think it was, and it was a tie. Mostly of them are ties. There was one that was 0-0, but one of them was actually amazing. Haiti had only like 1 goal, but Brazil got it 7 whole goals, and that is amazing to me. And yeah, there's Colombia. Yeah, and I think that Brazil did very well, and I think they have a good chance of becoming awesome in this next FIFA Cup.
Thank you, John. I hope that was a bit helpful for you. We don't want to drone on too much because that would just be a load of crap.
Yeah, it would be a lot.
And we don't want that. So let's go on to Costa Rica, shall we?
Yeah.
Denley, I'm going to have a quick talk and then I'll pass it over to you.
Okay, over to you.
And then it'll be after Denley, it'll be me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to talk a little bit about how Costa Rica seemed to flip it with the USA. They lost against the USA in the CONCACAF Gold Cup in the semi-finals. They lost 2-0. Yet suddenly they flipped it and bet in the World Cup qualifiers, which I'd personally say is more important than that. They bet the USA 2-0, which means they're both the same score, but both teams have... Anyway, that's too drony, sorry about that. just have a quick look through the scores. I'm going to pass you over to Denley now. Denley, over to you.
Thank you very much. So, Costa Rica, like we said, what Aaron just said, obviously 2-0 to the USA and also 2-0 to Costa Rica. I don't know what the hell went on there. But then if you look, at the World Qualifiers fifth round, obviously Costa Rica bet USA 4-0. Good job there. And then all of a sudden, a couple of draws there and there. You bet Jamaica 3-0, and then 1-1. Bet Panama.
You know the main road?
Yeah, I understand.
Pretty much it. John, I think it's over to you.
John, over to you.
Alright guys, it's great to see my face, isn't it? So anyways, where are we going to?
We're going to move on from Costa Rica for John. I think we're going to move on to Switzerland for John. We're going to miss Serbia. We're going to come back to them. John, feel free to talk it out.
I hope they enjoy my commentary.
But don't take too long.
Anyways, let's get it over to here. So, I think this is a very good angle, don't you think?
Alright, go on,
Alright.
John.
So,
let me know when you're done.
So for Switzerland, we got some... What the... Anyways, I don't know about the bottom ones, but let's go to the top. Anyways, so Switzerland won against Estonia, and then Switzerland won against Lithuania, I think it is. Switzerland won to Slovenia, and lost to England, and I guess, hey, go England, I guess. Then we've got and they were going up against an opponent right here that had literally 0 points, but they had 7. That's San Marino. That's kind of insane. They tied with France. Maybe it's because maybe it's a good thing that I didn't see that, because that would have been annoying to watch because there's no goal whatsoever. But anyways, yeah, I feel like they had some pretty decent wins, and now we're gonna switch it over.
Thank you, John. I hope you enjoyed his commentary there. We're gonna have a little bit of a talk about Serbia, and then we're gonna have another quick break so you can enjoy John's
amazing music.
The two things before you talk. One, we have to talk about who's gonna get through, and
of course,
one more thing. It's my turn to say this. Aaron, it's over to you.
Thank you, Denley. Thank you for that bit of a speak there. We're gonna have a look at a little bit of a look at Serbia. I'm not gonna go on too much about it. As I hope we haven't sounded too drony so far. You know what I mean by that. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Serbia now. As you can see, they've had plenty of wins, plenty of wins. But they never seem to be able to come to more than a 1-0 draw with Wales, home or away. Every single time, according to this, they have played Wales. So, one in 2016, one in 2017. They haven't been able to get past a 1-0 draw. But the Denmark games have been a completely different story. They've lost against Denmark. I mean, if you look at it in a certain way, they've lost 2-0 twice. If you look at it in a certain way. But if you look at it the way most people would see it, it's a 3-1 loss and a 2-0 loss for Serbia. But I'm not going to go on too much, so I'm going to go back now and enjoy a bit of John's lovely music.
Aaron,
yeah,
we forgot about something.
And we will come back.
Aaron.
After we've talked about... Yeah, I'm doing it, Denley. After we've
about
spoken about who's going to get through. I know Brazil's going to get through. Denley, over to you.
Let's continue with the spirit of justice.
Not yet.
Not yet. Hang on a minute. My people's going to be Brazil and Serbia. John, over to you.
All right, John, put your beautiful music on. And we're gonna go for another quick break. You know the drill by now. John, put your...
Yeah, let's continue with the Spirit of Justice theme from Undertale. Hope you guys enjoy.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Thank you. We're gonna leave.
Bye.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed that music. That's the end of part 2, but don't worry, stick around. And part 3 will be coming up very shortly, where we'll be talking about Group F,
But before we wrap up the stream,
G, and H. Over to you, John, for the ending.
make sure that you guys subscribe to all 3 of our channels, Aaron Devlin, and what was your
Denley.
YouTube channel's name again?
Denley's.
Denley
Denley Hunt Games. And
Denley
Hunt Games.
Denley Hunt Games, and subscribe to my 2 channels, Piplup Pow and High Dragon Gaming, and
Don't remember to punch that like button.
punch that like button in the freaking face.
Thank you for